to be the only man again.
Can't help it, dear. Mr. Packer's in Washington, and all of Diana's suitors are in the trenches.
Well, there must be some old graybeard left somewhere for Diana to invite.
Oh, there are a few leftovers floating around, but Diana doesn't like them. If she can't get the best male company, she prefers female.
Diana's a peach. She should have married one of the boys before they all went over. Poor Aubrey Lawrence was madly in love with her.
Oh, hurry up, there's soot on your cheek.
All right, if I have to dine with 3 women, I better look my best.
Yes, my dear, cock of the walk.
There are the evening papers. We gained 3 miles again.
My dear, your maid only come right in.
Oh, Mrs. Packard. I'm so glad you could come on such short notice.
Well, I jumped at the invitation. So lonesome with John away. How lucky you are to have your husband at home.
Thanks to his business. The government prefers him here. Oh, take off your things.
I'm a little early, but I took advantage of riding this way in Mrs. Morgan's car. Do you like Mrs. Morgan?
Why, yes. Don't you?
Well, I think you ought to like her.
Why not?
Well, she has a long, bad tongue.
Talks about people?
Does she? You ought to hear her. Oh, but then you ought not to hear her.
About me?
Now, dear, my dear, I have come for a jolly little dinner party, and I'm not going to gossip.
Still, if she said anything against me, I ought to protect myself.
There, that's just it. And when she said, oh no, why should I tell you?
Why shouldn't you tell me?
Yes, why shouldn't I? After all, I am one of your best friends, and you ought to know.
Certainly, I ought to know.
But you may never forgive me.
Not forgive you for protecting me?
That's true. You must protect yourself. It is my duty to tell you.
What is it? You have me quite scared.
If she tells me anything like that, of course she would tell everyone else. By this time, no doubt it's all over town, and...
How dreadful. What have I done?
Well, it isn't what you've done. It's about Diana Chesebro.
She's coming tonight.
Is she? Your invitation?
Why, yes.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Well...
But in what way can gossip couple my name with Diana's? She's one of my best friends.
Oh, is she?
I'm quite sure she is.
Well, maybe she is. Still, they wonder why Diana didn't marry one of the boys before they went to war.
Well, why should she have?
Yes, why should she have really? Still, anyone as attractive as Diana, she had plenty of chances, didn't she?
Oh, yes.
That's what they say. All nice men, too, and 1 or 2 real catches. Don't you think it's strange she didn't marry one of them?
Yes, I do think it's strange.
Well, of course you do. But why do you think she didn't?
I don't know.
What does she say?
I think she might...
Exactly. That's just what they all say, and everybody feels so sorry for you.
Sorry for me?
My dear, you get all this sympathy.
What for?
Is it possible you have been so blind?
Blind? I?
You're with each other a great deal, aren't you?
Yes.
And your husband?
Oh, that's what you mean.
Oh, my poor dear. That is what they say.
Just what do they say?
That she and... Oh, no, my dear, of course, I don't believe it, but...
Just in exact words, what do they say?
Hasn't he ever admired her in your presence?
Yes.
What does he say?
Oh, that she's a peach, she's popular, and all the men like her, and many of them want to marry her.
There, that's just it. They said so. Mrs. Morgan told me that Diana refused the other men because, well, she said because... Oh, Diana, you dear sweet thing. Good evening.
Hello, Mrs. Packard. Hello, Enid Oldtop. I'm early because I came straight up from town after dressing at the club. Canteen work all day. How is everybody?
I've been nursing at the hospital this afternoon.
Oh, isn't Enid a trump? Doing the home nursing and releasing someone else to get the glory over there. I would have gone over there myself.
Why did you?
Against the law, I have relatives in the trenches. Oh, I'd love the romance of being there, though. Enid, go get the letter from your brother, won't you, and read it to Mrs. Packard? He gives such unusually interesting descriptions.
Oh, yes. It's most interesting. Excuse me. It's in my desk upstairs.
My dear Miss Chesebro, pardon me for seeming to presume, but I'm only trying to save you. Are you aware of what people are saying about you?
Saying about me.
Well, of course they wouldn't say to you, but...
What wouldn't they say?
It's so much easier to flatter than to say disagreeable things.
People have said disagreeable things about me.
You haven't heard.
No, but I should certainly like to know.
Well, of course you would. And a young girl like you. But my dear, do you really think you should come to this house?
Come to this house. Why, Enid and I went to school together. She is one of my best and closest friends.
Best, did you say?
You doubt it?
After what she said.
Something to you, to make you doubt her friendship to me. Surely you are mistaken.
My dear girl, I have eyes and ears. I can see and hear.
What did Enid say?
She said she wished you had married one of the boys before they went to war. And
Oh, that.
you admit it. And still you come to this house. Oh, that is what people say.
What do I admit? I don't follow your reasoning. I don't see.
Well, of course you don't see. Love is always blind.
Love? We haven't said a word about love.
Well, of course not. It is a delicate word to use, and in this matter, it is, well, the world does not think of becoming
Mrs. Packard, I do not understand your innuendos. Tell me the plain facts. What are people saying, and what has love got to do with it?
Mr. Haldeman,
Felix.
and you.
I.
They coupled your names together.
They say Felix and I. It is a lie.
It doesn't make any difference if it is a lie. The point is what people say.
Well, the people who say such things have wrought little minds that have enough brains to entertain themselves.
Dearest Chesborough.
And you are the same for repeating such slander.
You insinuate that I am one of the...
I do.
You insulted me.
Not more than you have insulted me.
Miss Chesborough, you will suffer for this. I tell you something in all friendliness of spirit to protect you from the slanders of the world. You reward me by...
You listen to idle tongues, and then you come and rob me of my happiness by putting poison into my mind.
I was telling you the truth, but people do not thank you for telling them the
I
truth.
am the one who knows what the truth is. I know that Enid and I are friends, and Enid and Felix and I are friends, and that is all. Felix adores Enid. He would never care for any other woman.
Oh, wouldn't he? Does the world know more than Mrs. Haldeman herself? It does not. Just a few moments ago in this very room, she told me she wished you had married because she knows that Felix is in love with you. She pretends to be your friend, but in her heart she hates you.
It's not true.
It is not pleasant to argue with you, Miss Chesborough. I shall find my hostess, make my excuses, and not stay to dinner.
Well, if I've been too utterly rude, I humbly apologize, but I will not allow you to circulate such outrageous...
Hello, Diana. When did you get here? Would you like some tea?
Felix, terrible things happened. They talk about us.
Who's they? And who's us?
People are talking about you and me.
Why? What have we done?
You're not taking it seriously.
But what is there?
That's just it. What is there? If there really were something. It's most embarrassing for me. I don't know how to say it to you.
My dear Diana, you can say anything to me. Haven't I proven myself a real friend?
But what if what they say is really true?
Don't you know whether it's true or not?
Thought I did, but after she said it, I began to wonder.
Wonder what?
Oh,
Wow, is it?
you know I love Enid.
Why, you've grown up together.
I wouldn't hurt her for worlds.
No, you trump?
And you love her more than anyone else, don't you?
Of course, but
Don't say but.
why?
Why did you say but?
I don't know, what was I saying?
You said, of course, but.
I don't remember, you have me all confused.
You don't think I'm in love with you, do you?
Great Scott, did they say you're in love
You
with me?
never have thought,
I'm not
have
too
you?
conceited to think I could.
Oh, then. But,
Well, now what, but?
are you in love with me?
No!
Thank goodness. But, that's what they say.
That I'm in love with you,
And that I'm in love with you.
and
Exactly.
holy smokes.
But it's not true.
No.
But they say it's true.
And what they say,
Amounts to the same thing.
what can we do?
That's what I was asking you.
Go straight to Enid.
But Enid believes it.
Nonsense.
She said so.
What she said so.
Mrs. Packard said they all say it.
How do they know?
They don't, but they think they do, so it amounts to the same thing.
But Enid can't believe it.
But there's proof that she does.
It's too absurd.
Mrs. Packard said that you said that you were in love with me or something like that, and that Enid hates me.
That's not true. I know she likes you.
But Mrs. Packard wouldn't dare say anything.
She said Enid hates you?
Perhaps Enid does. Perhaps she's been jealous over nothing at all. Perhaps she's been imagining things. Perhaps she does hate me. Perhaps she too has been saying things, making it seem as if...
Diana, Mrs. Packard says that you offended her, that she feels she cannot stay for dinner.
I apologize to Mrs. Packard, but she would
I
not
do
accept
make you
it.
insulted me.
Only after
as I said. She accused me of insulting her when I was just trying to be kind to give her a little motherly advice, and
Mrs. Packard took it upon herself to repeat some things that people are saying. Things that are manifestly untrue.
Whether they are true or not, it is highly unpleasant for me to have this altercation in my house.
I can tell by your voice that you're willing to believe that woman.
Mrs. Haldeman, I resent being called that woman.
I don't care what you resent. You've come in and spoiled a beautiful friendship I've had all my life, and I don't care what I call you.
But in my house, my guests.
Don't worry. I shall not be your guest a moment longer. I'm going.
No, Diana. I can't let you leave in anger.
Oh, but I do. I leave with my heart black against you for listening to what she said.
What did I say?
You said that Felix and I were in love, and you insinuated
I never
that.
said such a thing in all my life.
Mrs. Packard, why, just a few moments ago in this very room.
I never said such a thing in all my life.
Can you look me straight in the eyes and tell me you never said it?
I never said it. Never, never, never.
Didn't you tell me that you have eyes and ears and that you can see and hear and that everybody was saying?
But what everybody else says isn't what I say.
Didn't you tell me that Felix is in love with me?
I didn't know that. She told me that.
I never told you that.
Why, my dear, you did. In this very room a few moments ago, you said that.
I never said such a thing in all my life. And how can you imagine?
I imagine nothing. I know what I see and what I hear, and you certainly told me you ought to know all I heard so you could protect yourself. So I told you in a friendly way, trying to be help, and there we are.
Yes. Where are we?
You have no one to blame but yourself.
We have no one to blame but you.
Mrs. Packard, I didn't know that I had to protect myself until you insinuated.
Why, it was you yourself who said that you wanted to marry her.
I said nothing of the sort. I said that he said.
What?
Didn't you say to your wife that you wanted to marry Miss Chesborough and didn't?
I never said such a thing in all my life. And whoever did say it got it out of whole cloth.
He denies it, of course.
He has to deny it. To admit it would be false.
Whether it was true or false, he would have to deny it.
Why we have to deny it?
Because the ethics of a gentleman would make him deny it in order to protect you.
So it doesn't matter whether it's true or not. Nothing we can say or do will wipe out the miserable thoughts in your mind.
Not my mind, everybody's mind. I have nothing to do with it.
Enid, can't you stand up and defend
Ah,
us?
you admit you must be defended.
The whole world has to be defended against women like you. If this were my house, I'd show you the door. Enid, show her the door and prove that you trust Felix and me. That you know there isn't and never has been anything between us but the most innocent friendship. You don't move. You don't trust me.
I've always trusted you. I've never had the slightest suspicion. But perhaps I've been blind. Perhaps the whole world has been able to see better from the distance and
Are
understand.
you going to take the world's word against ours? Are you going to believe a silly gossip and let a minute of slander outweigh the love and loyalty you've had from Diana and me for a lifetime?
Why don't you tell your wife you love her?
I love my wife, but I don't see any reason to make a public statement of it. I've stated it publicly when I married her. She knows I love her, don't you?
Do I?
He adores you.
Don't you know it?
But Diana's pretty and...
Felix, I leave this house forever. Thanks to you, Mrs. Packard, I have lost two friends who meant more to me than even the world's opinion. I shall never see either of you again.
No, Diana, come back. It's too outrageous to allow such contemptible gossip to break your friendship with Enid.
You see, he does not want her to go.
It would never be safe between Enid and me again.
I don't want her to go because I don't want an evil tongue like yours to be triumphant. If you had come into our house and stolen our silver, you would have been less of a thief than you are now. New silver can be bought, but tarnished friendships can never be made bright again. You caused this with your malicious remarks about my regard for Miss Chesborough.
I didn't say it, she did.
I didn't.
You did.
I didn't.
What does it matter now how it's happened? It's done. Done. Our friendship's over. But I won't leave without leaving my memory here white and clean. I don't care what the world believes, but I want Enid to know I've never had a thought against her. And so I'm going to tell the truth. Something I would have rather died than tell before.
Ah, now we'll hear something.
Be careful, Diana. You're under no obligations to...
Do you know what she's going to say?
No, he doesn't know. It's my secret. No one else has known. There's only one man I love or ever have loved, and he's over there.
She's making it up. A likely story.
I'm not making it up, and if you don't believe me, I'll have to tell you his name.
No, Diana. It's not fair to demand that of you.
They will not believe me, but I would do anything for Enid. She'll have to know. is Aubrey Lawrence.
Aubrey Lawrence? Well, he wanted to marry you, but...
It's true he did, but Diana wouldn't.
Why wouldn't you?
Because I did.
You married him?
Yes, I married him the last day before he sailed.
But your family didn't like him.
That's why I didn't tell them. But you can go now and tell them yourself, Mrs. Packard.
Aubrey Lawrence? Did you really, Diana?
He hasn't any money.
But he's straight to the core. I'm awfully glad, Diana.
So am I, Diana. Forgive me?
Of course. There's the door, Mrs. Packard, and the world outside is waiting to hear the latest gossip.
I'll go, my dear, because I've offended you and I know you are not ready to forgive me. But I promise not to breathe it to a soul. Not to a soul.
Diana, I'll never forgive you for not telling me you married Aubrey. Why didn't you tell me that you married Aubrey?
But I didn't.
You didn't?
But you said...
Oh, what I said. It doesn't matter what I said.
But she'll tell everyone.
Of course she will.
But if it's not true...
Well, it might be true.
But it's not. Is it?
I told you it wasn't.
But now I don't know whether to believe you or not.
Nor will other people know whether to believe her or not.
When Aubrey hears of it, Diana, what will he think?
He will wish that it's true.
What will he say about you?
He will say that I wish it were true.
And do you?
I do.
Have you found out since he left that you really love him?
Madly, madly, madly.
Shall I cable him that?
I have already.
You haven't.
I have. I'm going to marry him by proxy.
But when we tell people that you're going to marry him by proxy, after Mrs. Packard has told them you're